Hello friends, welcome to Easy Maths channel by Rajeshwari. Today I have brought second part of 4.3 exercise for you. First part I have explained in my previous video. In this exercise we have to solve the problem based on converting the non-linear equations into the linear equations by some substitutions. Okay, and after that solving the equations by elimination method, then again resubstitute the value of the alphabet which we have considered. So by that you will get the value of the variables. Now this is the second part, that is second bit. In this some statement problems are there. Now forming the equation for statement problem is a difficult task for students. So it is very important to know how to form the equation. Otherwise uh, it is very difficult to get the correct answer. So if you don't know how to form the equation, you can't solve any statement problem. So you must learn how to solve the statement problem by forming equation. Then once you get the equation, you have to solve this by first bit method. Okay, you go through my previous video and then solve it by first bit method. Now here, let me start the problem. A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours, it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. Here they are saying one boat is there, it goes upstream 30 kilometers and downstream 44 kilometers, total 10 hours. What is the meaning of upstream? Upstream means when the boat goes in opposite direction of the water. When the boat is going in opposite direction of the water will push the boat and the boat can move slow. So the speed of the boat will decrease. So during upstream, the speed of boat and speed of water are subtracted. Now come to this downstream word. What is the meaning of downstream? Downstream means when the boat moves in the same direction of motion of water. When it moves in the same direction, the water pushes the boat and the boat can move very fast. That means speed of boat and speed of water are added. Okay. So when will be the speed of boat more? During downstream. And speed of boat will be less during upstream. Because in upstream, the water speed is opposite to the boat. And during downstream, water speed and boat speed will are in the same direction. Okay, movement of water and movement of boat, that is in the same direction during downstream. So let us write the conditions for this. They are saying we have to find the speed of stream and that of the boat in still water. Still water means the water which is not moving. If you find the speed of boat in still water, then that speed will be only boat speed. Okay, and what is the speed of water, speed of stream, that also we have to find. Okay, so let us take the variables. Let the speed of boat in still water is equals to x kilometer per hour, and the speed of stream is equals to y kilometer per hour. Okay. Now during upstream, what happens? During upstream, stream and boat, they move in opposite direction. If the stream is moving this side, the boat will move to this side. Opposite. So speed of boat decreases. Okay, so speed of boat is x and speed of stream is y. That will get subtracted. Now during downstream, speed of stream and boat in the same direction. Okay, stream and boat move in the same direction. So speed increases. Whose speed? Boat speed increases. So x plus y, speed will get added. Okay, speed will get added. Now according to the condition, two conditions are given here, 30 kilometer and 44 kilometer. 30 kilometer upstream, 44 kilometer downstream in how many hours? 10 hours. It takes 10 hours for the boat to complete upstream and downstream distance in 10 hours. Okay, 30 plus 44, both distance. Right, but what is the formula for time? Now you have to go to physics then for this. Time formula is distance upon speed. Distance upon speed. Now first 10 hours, for first condition time is 10 hours. How much distance? 30 kilometer upstream. So distance is 30. Upstream means speed will be x minus y plus downstream distance 44. Speed will be, in downstream speed is more, x plus y. Okay, this is the first condition. Why have we added? Because total time is 10 hours. Total means you have to add distance upon speed plus during downstream distance upon speed. Total include upstream this time and downstream time. Both we have added. This is the time for upstream. This is the time taken for downstream. If we add both the time, total time taken is 10 hours. Okay, how did we get this 30 upon x minus y? By this formula. We know that time is equals to distance upon speed. Time is equals to distance upon speed. Learn this formula. Then distance is 30, speed is x minus y during upstream. And during downstream, the distance is 44 and the speed is x plus y, because in downstream speed will be more. Okay. Now in second condition, how much time is taken? 13 hours. During upstream, how much distance? 40. And speed is x minus y upstream plus during downstream 55 kilometers, speed with x plus y. Okay, this is the second equation. Now we got the equation. Now we have to solve this problem like first bit, converting it into the linear form by substituting. What will you substitute here? 1 upon x minus y you take a and 1 upon x plus y you take as b. Okay, then it will become 10 is equals to 30a plus 44b. Here it will be 13 is equals to 40a plus 55b. Then after solving, one more time you have to do elimination method to get x and y value. How to solve this problem? You see my previous video. In that I have explained clearly and in a detail key how to solve such type of equations by substituting another variable. Okay, beta. Now, now let us solve one more problem so that you can clearly understand how to do such type of questions. Let us see this second question. In the second question, Rahim travels 600 km to his home partly by train and partly by car. He takes 8 hours if he travels 120 km by train and rest by car. He takes 20 minutes more if he travels 200 km by train and rest by car. Find the speed of the train and the car. In this question, there is a boy Rahim. He is going to home and his home distance is from where he is going till home, its distance is 600 kilometers. Okay. Out of 600 kilometers, he is traveling 120 kilometers by train and remaining will be 600 minus 120, 480 kilometers by car. Then he takes how much time? 8 hours. Okay, this is the first condition given. Now second condition, this 600 kilometer, when he is traveling 200 kilometer by train, and out of 600, 200 traveling completed. Now how much is left? 400 kilometer by car. Then time taken is, how much time taken? 20 minutes more. 20 minutes more means 8 hours plus 20 minutes. How to convert this 8 hours into 20 minutes into hours? 8 plus 20 upon 60, because in 1 hour 60 minutes. So 20 minutes out of 60 minutes means 20 upon 60. 0, 0 cancel. 2 1s are 2 3s are. So you will get 8 plus 1 by 3. Now nothing is here. Denominator means 1. Now cross multiply. 8 3s are 24 plus 1 1s are 1 upon 3. So is equals to how much? 24 plus 1, 25 by 3 hours. Okay. Now, we don't know the speed of boat and we don't know the speed of train and car. So, what is the speed of train? Let the speed of train is equals to x kilometer per hour and speed of car is equals to y kilometer per hour. So according to first condition, 120 kilometer, you know the formula of time. Time is equals to distance upon speed. In previous problem, we have used this formula and again we have to use this formula. You have to learn. Okay. You have to remember this formula. Time is equals to distance upon speed. So according to first condition, what we have got? 120 kilometer by train. So speed of train is x plus 480 kilometer by car. Speed of car is y. Time taken is 8 hours. Okay. Then if you want, you can cancel out it by 8. 8 ones are 8 60s are 8 15s are. Okay. If you can't cancel directly, you can divide and check. 15 8s are 120 na, 16 8s are 480. So this will get converted into 15 by x plus 60 by y is equals to 1. This is the first equation. Okay. Now, second equation. What is second condition? Second condition is 200 distance by train plus 400 distance by car is equals to 20 minutes more. Then 8 plus 20 minutes, 8 hours plus 20 minutes will give you 25 by 3 hours. It takes 25 by 3. Okay. Now you can cancel it. 25 ones are 25 eights are 25 eights are. In 200, how many 25s are there? 8. In 400, how many will be there then? 16. Okay, so you will get 8 upon x plus 16 upon y equals to 1 by 3. Now, if you don't want this 3, what you should do? You should multiply all the terms by 3. Okay, so 3 8s are 24 by x plus 16 3s are 48 by y equals to 1 by 3 into 3, 1. 3 3 will get cancelled. All terms you have to multiply by 3. Then this 3 3 cancel. 16 3s are 48 and 8 3s are 24. So this is the second equation. Now you have to solve this by substitution. Which substitution will you follow here? See, 15 by x can be written as 15 into 1 by x, and 60 by y can be written as 60 into 1 by y. So 1 by x you take a, 1 by y you take b, and convert them into linear pair, and then you solve it by elimination method. If you don't know how to solve such equations, go through my previous video. You will understand it better. Let us see this third question. In this third question, it is given that 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days, while 3 women and 6 men can finish it in 3 days. Find the time taken by 1 woman alone and 1 man alone to finish the work. There is an embroidery work, and some men and women are doing that work together. Okay. Now, 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days. They can finish the embroidery work in 4 days. How many women? 2 women and 5 men together can finish the work in 4 days. This is the first condition. Okay, from here to here. This is first condition. While 3 women and 6 men can finish it in 3 days. This is second condition. If 3 women and 6 men are working, then they can finish it in 3 days. We have to find the time taken by 1 woman alone and 1 man alone to finish the work. Means suppose only 1 woman can do that work, embroidery work, in how many days she will finish it? And if only 1 single man will do this embroidery work, in how many days that person will finish the work? That we have to find. Okay. So, let us assume that 1 woman alone can finish the work in X days. So, her 1 day work will be one by X. She can finish the work, whole work in X days. Then her 1 day work will be 1 by X. Okay, 1 by X. Now, consider the man. Let a man can finish that work in Y days. So, his 1 day work is equals to 1 by Y. Okay, his 1 day's work will be 1 by Y. Right. Now, what is the first condition? Condition 1. What is the first condition? That 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days. 2 women. One woman's work is 1 by x, 1 day's work. So 2 women's work will be 2 by x. And 1 man's work is 1 by y in 1 day. Then 5 men work will be 5 by y. They can finish. This is 1 day's work of 2 women and this is 1 day's work of 5 men. So 1 day work, how much? Because they are completing the work in 4 days, so 1 day's work will be 1 by 4. Isn't it? Can finish it in 3 days. 3 women, 1 day's work and 6 men's 1 day's work. So they can finish the work in how many days? 3 days. So 3 days, then 1 day's work will be 1 by 3. These are the two conditions which we have got and you solve this. Okay, by substitution. If you want, you can simplify this. How to simplify? If you don't want 4 in denominator, what we should do? We should multiply all the terms by 4. And here we should multiply all the terms by 3. Then we can eliminate this 4 from denominator. Okay. And 3 from this. So multiply this all terms by 4 and this all terms by 3. So let us see what happens. 4 2s are 8 by x plus 4 5s are 20 by y equals to 4 into 1 by 4 will give you 1. Now multiply this by 3. 3 3s are 9 by x plus 3 6s are 18 by y equals to 3 3 will get cancelled. You'll get 1. Okay, so these are the two equations. Solve them by substituting the value of 1 by x and 1 by y as a and b. I hope you all understood these type of problems. If you have any doubt, you can please comment me in the comments box down, because these problems are very important for competitive exams also. So if you practice this nicely, it will be better. So you go on practicing such type of statement problems